Hey, this is Jeremy with FrontPoint Digital Signage. In this video, we're going to go over some tips for digital menus. How you can make menus that look good, how you can make menus that work really well for your business. Specifically, these menus are going to be used for digital signage and digital menu boards. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at sales@frontpointds.com, and we'd be happy to help you with any questions that you may have regarding digital menus or digital signage in general. In this video, we're going to be using Photoshop to create this menu. You can use any image editing software that you like. You can use Canva, Design Bold. Even our content management system has a built-in menu editor that has the ability to edit your menus directly and then assign it to a screen right away. So if you're interested in that, reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to show you a demo of that. Our graphic designers are a little busy doing work for clients, so I have to make this on my own. So don't judge me entirely for the way this turns out, but the tips still hold up. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The colors I'm going to choose are just some random colors. Of course, you should pick colors that have to do with your restaurant or the theme of your restaurant. I'm also just using a random logo that I downloaded off the internet. You should be using your logo, of course, but I'm sure you already figured that out. Up here at the top of the menu, I'm just going to make the title, and this would be sort of your title of the menu, right? And then you'd also put in your logo to make it real clear what this menu is about. Of course, this menu happens to be about menu tips, so that's what I'm doing. I'll add a little bit of flair, some lines above and underneath to make it, kind of look nice. But overall, this is just needs to be simple and clean to show the content of the menu, right? This is the title of the menu, and that should be expressed up here. All right, let's get into our first tip here. So tip number one is that the background color should be a light color, preferably white. White menus look really sharp and they look really good. I would recommend not using black. A lot of people like to use black as a background color for a menu, but it simply adds too much contrast when you have the white text on the black background, and there's really no other color you can choose besides white text, and it just causes a lot of eye strain, and it can make the image look really bad on the display when you have a black background with white text. So I would try to avoid that and make sure that you're using a light color like white or cream or maybe a light gray. And when you are going to do text, make sure you don't choose black for the text color. I prefer a color that's 212121. That's the hex code for it. It's a really dark gray, but it's not quite black, and it looks really good on a white background. You can also use 444444. That's the hex code. It's a lighter gray. It might be a little bit harder to read on a digital display, but it can look really sharp as well. So make sure you use a light background color and you have a good contrast with your text color. You can use other colors besides black or dark gray to do it. You can use like a red or a green or a blue, but make sure that it's not too garish. Otherwise it can cause a little bit of eye strain and some problems for people when they're trying to read it. So try to stick with a neutral color like a dark gray or maybe a light red or a light blue. And I'm going to add in some accessory images of the food. It's nice to have the images on there so people kind of get a glimpse of what they're going to order and what it should look like. These are images that I've just downloaded off of the internet. I would highly recommend that you use your own images that you've taken of your food, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I'm also going to add in some dividing lines to kind of give our menu a clear structure. This can help make it easier to read and easy to see where things are. You can also separate things into sections like appetizers or entrees or sandwiches, drinks, so on and so forth. So it's nice to have in these little dividers to help section off the menu. Tip number two, avoid using cursive or script style fonts or any other decorative type font. When in doubt, go for legibility instead of trying to be cute. Script fonts can be hard to read and they can make it frustrating for a customer when they're trying to pick an item off of your menu. So stick to just regular fonts and leave the cursive fonts for wedding invitations. Tip number three, keep your menu uncluttered. Use as little information as possible. put whatever information you need to have up there, such as calorie counts, the price, or a brief description of the item. But as far as any extraneous information goes, just leave that off. Leave it up to the customer to ask the employee for any information that they may need. It also gives your employees a chance to upsell them and create a really good customer experience by talking to the customers. Number 4, use high quality food images. Nothing looks worse than having a really bad image of your food. Remember, this is supposed to be appetizing. You're trying to sell them on purchasing that item. And if you have a bad picture, it just doesn't look good. If necessary, hire a professional photographer, get it done right. Trust me, it'll pay dividends in the long run. Number 5, avoid using thin fonts. Thin fonts can be hard to read, especially when they're on a display 10 to 15 feet away. Make sure to use the correct weight of a font and make sure it looks good. Test it out as many times as you need to. Make sure anybody can read it. So avoid using any of the thin versions of a font or a font that's too thin to begin with. Number 6, get some ideas. Go look at your competitors, go look at other businesses, look at their menus, and borrow ideas from them. Don't copy their menus outright, but it's okay to take inspiration from their menus. You can make really good menus by building off of one that you like. Maybe you can't quite figure out what it is you like about it, but you can hand it off to a graphic designer and they can probably figure it out and put it together for you. Number 7, make sure you test on your actual screens. Things can look really good on your computer screen, but they can look really bad on a digital signage display. Make sure you test it out. Make sure you get other people's opinion, have them look at it and tell you what needs to be changed. Ask your employees for feedback, even ask your customers for feedback. Say, does this look good to you? And have them give you their honest opinion so that you can tweak the menu to provide a really good experience for your customers. Number 8, hire some help. If you're a business owner watching this video, I know how tempting it is to try to do everything in your business yourself. However, sometimes your time can be used better elsewhere instead of messing around in Photoshop trying to make a menu. Hire a professional and they can take care of it and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And then when you need updates, it can go faster instead of you having to try to remember how to use Photoshop. If you're a graphic designer watching this, well, you should probably already know this stuff anyways. If you have any questions about digital menus, if you want to hire us to make a digital menu for you, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you with it. We'll be more than happy to consult with you on your menu, even if you don't want to hire us to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys learned something about tips for making a digital menu. If you have any questions, reach out to us, sales@frontpointds.com, or visit our website, frontpointds.com. That's frontpointds.com, where we can help you with your digital signage needs. We do everything from installation, hardware, software, menus, support, you name it. If it involves digital signage, we do it. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.